Hello, welcome back to On the Daily. In this episode, I am going to be discussing human design for the holidays. So, what you can learn about your human design type and how that relates to your family's human design type, what your human design can think about during business in the holidays, relationships in the holidays, family time, time off, recovery, recharge, reset. Basically, just an overview of just all of the different human design types and things to consider through this holiday season. So if human design is your thing and you've been wanting to dive deeper into it, then this episode will be for you. Hey friend, welcome to On the Daily. I'm your host, Danielle McCleary, and I am a quantum business coach. I'm the host of this podcast. I'm a multi-six-figure entrepreneur, co-founder and president of Hype You Media, and CEO of Danielle on the Daily Coaching. What I'm really interested in is helping you live a life and have a business that is a full body yes. So through all of my education and all of my experience, I'm bringing you 2 episodes a week where I will guide you and give you the tools necessary to scale a massive, sustainable, and sexy business using your intuition, wealth energetics, and human design. What we can call it is business biohacking. So if you're down for that, then I say let's frickin' go. I'm so glad you're here. So for those of you who are wanting to maybe start a new business in the new year and it's feeling very overwhelming, I've been there, and it can be overwhelming, and it doesn't have to be. And that's why I created my digital course From Zero to Launch. It is a fully self-led module-based course, meaning that you will have access to all of the modules. You can go back and re-listen. You can even, like a year from now, when you're, launching a new part of your business, you can always go back and look. And basically what this course is everything I've done to build the businesses that I've built. So I teach you everything from sales pages to website to creating an offer, to launching an offer, to selling an offer, to marketing, to social media, to content creation, to how to scale, right? So automation, sales funnels, webhooks, ways to connect different websites to one another. Literally everything about creating a digital business is in this course, and it's insane that it's only $1,000. You can buy that course today and you can launch a business by the new year. And what is better than launching your own business? There's literally nothing better than that. And I think we get so scared about it, but I also talk about those things. I'm talking about LLC versus S Corp. I'm talking about tax strategy. I'm talking about a lot of different things within this course to help you feel really confident in your decision to build your own business. So if building your own business is something that you've had on the docket and you just haven't jumped because you've been trying to go at it alone, you do not have to do that anymore, because this course will literally give you everything. And I know that it's good because I built it myself from the ground up, and it's absolutely gorgeous and informative. And the clients that I've had in that course have just started the most epic businesses. And I'm just so excited to see what you come up with. If you have any questions about that, you can come to my DMs, Danielle _ on the daily, Danielle _ on the daily, and ask me anything you got, or you can click the link in our show notes to read more about that course. All right, let's get into this episode. Human design for the holidays. It's my little play on home for the holidays. I've done a lot of human design readings lately where I've talked about emotions when it comes to the holidays, and a lot of people want their questions revolve around, like, how do I interact with my family during this time? How do I run my business during this time when the energy is already so crazy and chaotic? And so what I want to do is I just want to go through each type, each human design type, each of the 5. And in that, I'm going to talk about tips for your business during the holidays. I'm going to talk about your different energy period, like the energy that you have and how can you apply that to different periods of the holiday season, the role that you can play within your family, and how to prioritize your downtime, your recovery, your rest cycles. So let's dive in. So I'm going to start with our 1%ers. I'm going to start with our reflectors on this one. My reflectors in business. Here is the thing that you need to consider through the holidays. You are going to see so much on the internet around different ways to market your business. Everyone's going to be selling something. Black Friday is going to come around and everyone's going to be going crazy. And this person's going to be doing it this way and this person's going to be doing it that way. And since you are so easily affected by the world around you, I want you to truly tap into what feels the most surprising and delightful to you, because not everything is for you. And even if you are feeling the energy of the world around you, not everything is going to be for you. And so this is why creating a plan ahead of time for your business through the holidays is really, really important, so that when Black Friday comes and you see everyone and their mom offering discounts in a certain area, you're not feeling the influence of that. And you're not feeling this like guilt of not doing it that way. Obviously, you know how affected by other people's energy you are. So really making sure that you set up your business with success ahead of time and making a plan ahead of time is going to be really powerful for you. And obviously, you know, it's only November 10th, so you still have time before Black Friday, which is why I wanted to do this episode a couple weeks before. You have time. So if you haven't made a plan for the holidays, if you haven't made a plan for Black Friday in your business, I would think about doing that, because then you're not going to feel the sway or the pull. You can kind of then tune out the noise from the world around you and really just focus on the things that you want to be offering. In terms of the role you play with your family, I think for a lot of you reflectors, you tend to be you tend to end up being what feels like the punching bag to the rest of your family, because everybody feels like they can connect with you and everybody feels like you are a good person for them to bounce their frustrations off on. So boundaries are going to be the name of your game this holiday season. It's going to be really, really important for you to make sure that you are clear on who you want to give your energy to and who you don't. Obviously, you're a very powerful mirror for the collective. So whatever somebody doesn't see within themselves, or whatever somebody is frustrated with within themselves, they're going to project onto you. And if you're not careful, you'll wear that energy. And that is not how you want to go into this holiday feeling, or, you know, that's not how you want to go into this holiday being, especially considering we're all usually expected to be with a lot of different types of people for the holidays. So my reflectors, you open, undefined centers, you empaths, keep your shields up. Boundaries. Set time for yourself to be alone. Set time for yourself to come back to neutral, because obviously you're a calm lake. And so if you can give yourself space to step away, if you start to feel too anxious, if you start to feel too exhausted, too drained, too whatever, anything but neutral, what can you do? So and this is true for anybody who's an undefined emotional center, but especially for reflectors who are undefined everywhere. What is the thing that you know you can do to come back down to neutral if you do start to feel too up or too down? This could be a walk. This could be a hot bath. This could be taking a drive in your car. This could be if you're out like Halloween, or if you're out like Thanksgiving with your family. This could literally be like you disappearing to the garage for 20 minutes and just sitting by yourself in the dark. Whatever you can do to bring yourself back to center, so that you are not making decisions, having conversations, saying things from an impulsive place, but rather a grounded place. And then you can keep your boundaries up, and you can really make sure that you're not taking on any energy of the world around you that you don't want to take on. I would make sure you're planning your downtime. I would make sure that you know when you want to rest and not commit to things that, anything that you feel like you should be committing to, I wouldn't commit to. And, really give yourself the space to recover and to recharge, so that when you come into these situations, you can truly come in from a grounded, neutral place. Those are my tips for my reflectors. Let's go to my projectors. My projectors, you are the guides, you are the leaders, you are the managers, you have mastered systems. So I'm sure all of you have already done this for your business. Just because of how much you like organization rather than chaos. And so if you haven't, I would absolutely devise a plan for your holiday sales. If you're in business and you have a business, I would definitely make sure that you are ready to go for Black Friday, that you are ready to go for the holidays. If you're planning on doing sales, if you're planning on offering bundles, if there's anything that you plan on offering, I would make sure that as much of that is ready to go as possible. And this is probably stuff that you could probably make happen in an hour, just because of how quickly and efficiently you work when it's something that you care about. But I would definitely be making sure that all of these things are ready to go. So if you have email sequences, I would be typing up copy. I mean, again, most of you probably have already done this, or you're currently doing it, but the plan, the system is going to be huge for you, especially because similar to my other non-energy types, you will be very affected by the world around you come the holidays. And if you are expected to be with family, or if you just like being around family, that there are two truths, right? Like I love being around my family, and being around my family drains me. And if that is your reality, making sure that like your business is set up for success so that you can spend any extra energy with your family is going to really be beneficial for you. In terms of your energy with your family, you remember that you are the guide, you're the leader, you see things in a way that other people can't. So if there's like a quarrel brewing in your family, or, you know, everyone can't decide on like where to host Thanksgiving or where to host Christmas or where to host Hanukkah, right? Like if this is true and you have a unique perspective that maybe they haven't seen, it would be a really great idea to share it, because you are really gifted at seeing things in a unique way. And, you know, just asking if it's like your mom and her sister arguing over like whose house they're going to do the holidays at, even simply offering like, I have a really interesting idea. Do you mind if I share it? And then sharing the idea could probably eliminate a lot of arguments or tension or, you know, just unnecessary energy when it comes to family. And then obviously your rest and your downtime is going to be really big for you. You should spend most of your time observing. So, I mean, this is kind of true for anybody that's a non-emotional authority, but really just making sure that you have, you know, time out your time with your family. You're not obligated to be with your family all day, every day during the holidays. Set times during the day where you will be with them. Set times where you will be by yourself, enjoying time to you. Maybe that's working out. Maybe that's hiking. Maybe that's spending time with your family. Just know that you're not obligated to be at everyone's beck and call. And the more that you can hold up your boundaries on that end, the better you're going to feel when you're in situations like holiday parties, family gatherings, whatever it is, you know, and then just own the fact that like you are a master of systems and delegation. And so if in your family, like roles need to be delegated, or if, you know, everyone's trying to figure out what to cook, like if you can help kind of make that a more efficient process, it's going to be really, really, it's going to be a more successful holiday for you and your family. And then your business can just continue to flow. And if you're getting like excitement, like in your business, if you have everything planned and then there's like little exciting things that pop up, you're going to have more energy to do those things since the systems are already going to be worked out. My manifestors, my igniters, my when you go, I go people. I assume that most of you are either in a rest cycle or coming out of a rest cycle for the holidays. I know a lot of my manifestor clients, you love the holidays and it can be super draining for you. And so this is another just tip to really make sure that you're protecting your energy first, and when it comes to your business, you know, I would plan. I mean, for all the types, I would really plan this out, because the less energy that we have to spend like creating new ideas in our business, the better. And if you have a plan for your business and it's ready to go, then any urges that come up through the holiday season, you know, if there's like a last minute thing you want to offer, you're actually going to have more energy to do that. And so I think if you're a manifestor and you have a business, I would try to set up as much as you can going into it so that it's not something you have to think about later. And then what you'll open yourself up to is just any creative urges that come to you during the holidays itself. In terms of family, you know, you're the igniter. So if there is like a innovative thing that you're thinking of, like if your family can never agree on, you know, where to host Thanksgiving, or if your family is always like arguing over politics or something at the dinner table, or if it's just like everybody is just like together and it's just a lot of energy, if there is something innovative that you can come up with or that you see could be useful, I would share it. I would deliver it to the family and see if it can be implemented. Also making sure that your own traditions within your nuclear family are taken care of first is going to be really big for you. So if let's say you're a new mom and you're a manifester and or you have a new relationship and there's a part of the holidays that you would like to be alone for with your little family before you go be with the big family, it's really important that you just honor that with yourself, because then you won't have that anger feeling of resentment of ugh, everybody wants my attention. You're actually going to be able to pour the attention where you want it so that you can, then give what's left to your family instead of the other way around. And obviously, if you're in a rest cycle during the holidays, if you're in a rest cycle professionally during the holidays, then use any spare amounts of energy that you can to just, find joy and find love within family gatherings and within your downtime. And don't waste your rest cycle on trying to solve everyone's problems in your family. If you're in a rest cycle during the holidays, I would just really focus on showing up and being there and not really trying to control any situations. Truly allow your rest cycle to transcend into your family dynamic as well. Okay, my generators and my manifesting generators, last but not least. You guys always go first. So today you're going last but not least. My sacral batteries, you're probably getting real excited about the holidays and probably your holiday sales and everything is really exciting. And maybe you've planned them, maybe you haven't. Maybe you're a person who thinks that they just want to fly by the seat of their pants. But how many of you have done that in the past with your business and you've just kind of gone where the wind takes you? And then you're also dealing with your family and you're also dealing with family gatherings and you're also dealing with all the other things that you have to deal with. And then by the end of it, you're so burnt out and you're so tired and you're so frustrated and exhausted that after New Year's, you feel like you don't want to talk to anybody for 3 months because, hi, I'm the problem. It's me. That was me. And this year, I am somebody completely different. I planned out my entire Q4 in my business ahead of time. I enlisted the help of my projector friends to help me develop systems. We pre-recorded all of our podcasts for the quarter so that we created content early, we created email sequences early so that my business can pretty much run itself. And I'm not saying that we're not going to get exciting things. If there's an opportunity that comes, I'm going to take it and I'm going to listen, I'm going to respond with my gut, but not everything is going to be so in the moment and reactive. It's going to be planned. It's going to be the result of responding to what feels good, and what felt good for me is peace and satisfaction this season. And I didn't want to be working a lot. And so I would say for business, same as every other type, plan out your quarter, or at least plan out your holiday, plan out Black Friday. If you're going to offer sales, if you're going to offer deals, plan these things out, get them ready to go. So that you can just have fun, because obviously if you're in your joy and you're just having fun and all of the logistics are all worked out and you just get to connect with clients and you just get to connect with people, it's going to feel so much better for you. But it's also that energy, that positive energy is going to radiate outward for your clients as well. So in your business, as much as you can plan, great. And then still allow yourself to be excited and full of joy and, and allowing the universe to present you with whatever it is that you can respond to. When it comes to family gatherings, I feel like, at least for me as a generator, I tend to be the one who I try to be the vibe officer of the holiday gatherings, or at least I've done that in the past where, I'll show up and I'll try to be the one that gets participation from everyone. I'll be helping in the kitchen and then I'll move here and then I'll move there. And over the last couple of years, I've realized that that doesn't bring me joy. And I've just done that because that feels what's expected of me. And so one thing I've really focused on doing is what brings me the most peace, what brings me the most joy. And it also has come down to setting a lot of boundaries. So I know one thing that I do every year is I have present time, Santa time with my direct family. So me and Breezy and Owen. And then after that, we will talk about going and hanging out with the rest of our family. But that's not something that I want to be doing every year is like opening presents first thing in the morning with a bunch of different people. I need time to like marinate into the holidays, and then we can go to a holiday party and we leave when we're ready. For me, it also looks like not necessarily needing to be there as long as everyone else. You know, if I'm feeling like I'm getting tired and I want to leave, like there's no problem in letting Breezy stay. Like this usually happens a lot. Like when we go to Breezy's family for like Thanksgiving, for example, we're going to California for Thanksgiving and there's going to be a lot of people there. I multiple times throughout the evening will disappear to the garage, or I will disappear to a back bedroom and I will relax and I will come back down to normal and I will like reset into neutrality so that I'm not affected by everyone around me and I'm not getting drained. I also won't be afraid to like leave the party early if Breezy still wants to stay. That's just something that I do because I know that like as a generator, if it's not a full body yes, it's a no. And anything that I'm doing that's not a full body yes is going to drain me quicker. And so if it's like, you know, participating in cornhole, or if it's participating in, you know, being in the kitchen, talking to everybody the whole time, that's not always a full body yes for me. So for me, it's like to be able to disappear to a back bedroom or be able to disappear to like my car for 20 minutes and just come back to a state of neutrality. Then I can come back to the party and I can be even more excited to be there instead of just trying to be, you know, there and like performative the whole time. So my generators and manifesting generators, if you love the holiday and like being, you know, the life of the party is your joy, then do it. It's going to just make the party that much more exciting. If, you know, actually like big gatherings and big family events like tend to drain you, which they do for me, make sure you're setting boundaries for yourself early on so that, you know, you don't have to go against your what is a full body yes for you. I think that happened like once my dad died, that kind of like, well, I've always been like that. My dad and I were very similar in that like we liked holidays. I like being around my family and I also like being alone. And so I've had to learn, especially since my dad died, and it's been like a little sad since my dad died in that I don't know what the role the holidays play for me anymore. Like a lot of it feels sad. And so a lot of it feels like forced to try to be like super excited about the holidays, but I still genuinely love the holidays. And so for me, it's just looked like really you paying attention to my battery and paying attention to my full body yeses and really responding to the things that feel like a full body yes and the things that don't, not wasting a ton of energy on them. So generators and manifesting generators, for you, just like be very clear on what excites you and what doesn't. And just because you can put in the time doesn't mean you have to. Okay. All in all, have a beautiful holiday season. I know, you know, there's a lot of pressure around, oh my gosh, the holidays have to feel chaotic and everything has to feel hectic. And we almost like brace ourselves for the craziness of the holidays. And so I'm hoping what this episode did for you is it actually like gave you space to not tense for it and actually just give yourself space to be exactly who you are and not put pressure around trying to show up in ways that don't feel aligned or authentic for you, or trying to run your business in a way that doesn't feel aligned and authentic for you, but instead allowing yourself to just be who you are and pay attention to your full body yeses, pay attention to your intuition, pay attention to what feels like yes and what feels like no, and acting accordingly. Because I think that that ultimately is going to bring you more peace and it's going to take you out of that like tension state, which ultimately is going to make it a more enjoyable holiday season for you. So next episode, I'm going to be giving you a Black Friday preview. If Black Friday, I mean, listen, if you've been here a while, you know that Black Friday in my world is pretty epic and we have a lot of fun for Black Friday. This year is no exception. Obviously, we still have 12 days of D in December and the secret offer. So there's lots of things between now and the end of the year. And if price has been your biggest objection from working with me, don't worry. We are taking care of that with Black Friday. So come back on the 14th for another episode all about the preview. I'm going to just give you some little sneak peeks on what we're going to be offering. I'm still going to keep some things a secret until next week, but we're getting there. Black Friday's coming quick, so I want you to be ready. All right, my friends. If you want a discount on anything, I would love it if you'd go to Apple Podcasts and you'd scroll to the bottom or scroll to my page. And at the bottom of my page, you'll see the review and the rating. I would love a 5-star rating. And if you write me a review and screenshot that before you submit it, send it to my team, hey@DanielleMcCleary.com, as a thank you for helping us grow this podcast. We would be delighted to give you a discount on any of my masterclasses, signature programs, masterminds, etc., private coaching, whatever it is. So on that note, I hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll see you next episode. Bye.